The economic slowdown in the UK, a crisis decoded. The UK is currently experiencing a significant economic slowdown, which is being driven by multiple interrelated factors. These include disruptions in trade, high inflation, and long-standing issues with productivity. While the COVID-19 pandemic and ongoing geopolitical tensions have contributed to the problem, structural challenges and inconsistent policy decisions have made the situation worse. Addressing these problems requires a deep understanding of their root causes and a carefully crafted recovery strategy. Brexit has had a profound and lasting impact on the UK's economy, reshaping trade, investment, and labor markets. Export opportunities have diminished due to higher tariffs and stricter regulations, creating significant obstacles for industries such as agriculture and manufacturing. Additionally, a reduction in migration has led to labor shortages in critical sectors, including healthcare, hospitality, and agriculture, which has affected service delivery and economic output. Meanwhile, supply chain disruptions have driven up import costs, adding to the financial burden on businesses and consumers alike. The UK, like many other nations, has faced significant challenges in recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. The delayed reopening of businesses hampered economic growth, while rising inflation has curtailed consumer spending, reducing demand across industries. Furthermore, many older workers have left the workforce, creating a notable shortage of skilled labor. These factors have collectively slowed the country's ability to return to pre-pandemic economic levels. Inflation and soaring energy prices have created a cost of living crisis that continues to strain households and businesses. The war in Ukraine has exacerbated the global energy crisis, causing energy prices to spike and increasing the financial burden on families and companies. Meanwhile, wages have not kept pace with inflation, resulting in reduced purchasing power and worsening economic inequality. This disparity has deepened the cost of living crisis and further weakened consumer confidence. The UK's productivity growth has been stagnant for more than a decade, undermining its competitiveness in the global market. A lack of sufficient investment in infrastructure, technology, and workforce skills has contributed to this stagnation. Furthermore, compared to other developed nations, the UK lags in fostering innovation and entrepreneurship, which are essential for long-term economic growth. To address these challenges, a Labour government in 2025 would need to implement a comprehensive and forward-thinking economic plan. Their strategy would aim to stabilize the economy in the short term while fostering sustainable and inclusive growth for the future. One of the Labour Party's primary focuses would be tackling the cost of living crisis. This could involve introducing energy price caps to protect vulnerable households from rising utility bills and pushing for higher wages to ensure that incomes keep pace with inflation. These measures would alleviate immediate financial pressures on families and stimulate consumer spending. Investing in infrastructure and boosting productivity would also be critical components of Labour's strategy. The party could expand renewable energy projects as part of a Green New Deal, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and creating jobs in the green energy sector. Enhancing digital infrastructure and upgrading public transportation systems would further improve productivity and economic efficiency. Labour would likely prioritize rebuilding trade relationships and attracting foreign investment in a post-Brexit environment. Aligning more closely with the EU's single market could ease trade barriers, while creating sector-specific agreements would provide support to industries like agriculture, automotive manufacturing, and financial services. Policies aimed at encouraging investment in high-tech and green industries would help position the UK as a global leader in emerging sectors. Strengthening education and workforce development would be another crucial focus for Labour. Expanding vocational training programs in industries like technology and renewable energy would help address skills shortages, while introducing job guarantee schemes and reducing tuition fees could provide better opportunities for young workers. These measures would help create a more dynamic and adaptable workforce. Reforming taxation and public spending would be necessary to ensure fair contributions and sufficient funding for essential services. Labour could implement progressive taxation by closing tax loopholes, and introducing a wealth tax. Increased funding for healthcare, education, and local government initiatives would improve public services and address regional inequalities. Promoting innovation and entrepreneurship would also play a key role in Labor's economic plan. Establishing government-backed venture capital funds and innovation hubs would support startups and encourage research and development. These efforts would drive technological advancements and create new economic opportunities, particularly in underserved regions. To address inflation, Labour would work with the Bank of England to ensure monetary policy supports economic growth while keeping inflation in check. Targeted subsidies and supply-side reforms, especially in energy and food markets, could help stabilize prices and reduce financial strain on households and businesses. Advancing social justice and inclusion would be an integral part of Labour's approach to economic stabilization. Investing in deprived areas through targeted funding and offering affordable childcare options would help reduce regional disparities and support families. Promoting workplace flexibility and gender equality would further enhance workforce participation and economic fairness. In conclusion, Labour's vision for economic stabilization in 2025 would involve addressing immediate challenges like inflation and the cost of living crisis while laying the foundation for long-term resilience. By investing in green energy, innovation, and workforce development, and fostering collaboration with international partners, Labour aims to create a competitive and inclusive economy. If implemented effectively, this strategy could restore confidence in the UK's economic future and ensure sustainable growth in the years ahead.